What up, gang? Sean and Don here.
Hi.
Hi.
Where's the camera?
It's right there. Hi.
There I am.
So, we have a fun trip this trip, I hope. We're back out the off-grid property. This is the first trip. First off, the van is just loaded, and hopefully you can see all that. We have big plans this weekend, even though tomorrow is my first official remote work day out here. We finally cleared enough space and a beautiful view spot. If you watched the last video that we made out, where I have a good Starlink signal, so I'm excited to actually be able to come out here and have an ability to be out here, be out in nature in God's backyard, and actually be able to work. But also we're hoping to build our first portion of our first outhouse out here. So I'm gonna build a little deck.
Outhouse platform.
Outhouse platform. So I'm gonna build a little deck, cut a hole in it. We don't necessarily need it, but our partner on this project,
or anyone who comes to visit us,
that
needs a place to build.
All needs
without
that.
having to take a shovel into the woods.
Yeah.
Not everyone's up for that.
Not everyone's up for a shovel. So we'll see how that goes. We'll film that. Dawn's going to be doing, well, we're both going to be doing some burning. We think we're finally, this is the trip we actually finally get the Love Shack burned down.
Yeah, we have one little pile left.
Yeah, that said, it is pouring out right now, but the rest of the weekend is looking good.
Decent.
And so we're just going to settle in, get unloaded for tonight.
So much for the awning. It's windy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See all the trees going.
We're going to get settled in for the night, probably relax, watch a little YouTube tonight, go to bed, and then
We're going to watch The Chosen.
we are going to watch The Chosen. Yeah.
The next episode, you promised.
We did. We are going to watch The Chosen, but that's going to be back there. Yeah, for sure we're watching The Chosen. Anyways, so that's what we have going on. We'll take you with us. Wish us luck. It's hard to, people are like, oh, you're complaining. It's hard to pack up and think you have everything you need to complete a task. So I had to
We're just far enough away from home that you can't go back.
You just can't go back, right?
Stuff you forgot.
So I think I got all my carpentry stuff I need for what I'm trying to do today. We'll see, or this weekend.
And the van is like a workhorse right now.
It is definitely a workhorse.
All it does is schlep stuff back and forth to the property.
But we're so grateful we have the van and we have the opportunity for this, because it really is
It would really change things.
such a blessing. Yeah, for sure. So here we go. We're going down the road. We'll show you what it looks like. Oh, dropped it right there. Nice and wide so far. Gets a little bit bushier down in our area. So, is she pretty? Well, we got a kerfuffle here. We have our first trees across the road.
That's a few.
That I'm gonna have to take care of. It's right by our property. Oh shit.
I made Jake a video. Welcome back.
I also do IT work.
Lumberjack by weekend.
Oh, that was
You're pretty soaked.
I'm pretty soaked.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
That was fast.
I was trying to, like, no helmet, no chaps. Don't have my glasses on. It's raining and it's windy out there.
No.
As can be.
No raincoat because it's trapped in the bathroom
Yeah.
because of all this.
I'm just thankful that we had all the stuff. Well, look how close we were to our property. You'll see it right here.
Yeah.
And this just confirms what we've suspected, that we need to come out here with saws and always be ready to have that saw going.
Yeah, never leave home without a chainsaw.
Never leave home without a chainsaw. Maybe two, because we're out in Forks. Oh, those things are heavy.
These are going to be the
foundation for the outhouse.
For the outhouse.
Yeah, it's gonna be back in there somewhere.
Back in there somewhere.
Follow me for more random things. We'll do that on Saturday.
How much do those things weigh?
I'm guessing they're heavy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing 70 pounds.
Oh wow.
I mean, they're really.
Could squat those goblet squats.
You could.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
We're not going to, but you could.
Someone could.
All right.
Moving on.
Next drop off down here.
Next stop.
Second stop.
We call this campsite 1. Only because when we first got the property, this was the only little spot that was cleared.
Campsite 1.
Campsite 1.
Where we're going to put most of our stuff.
That's what's left of the Love Shack update.
Yep. Got a plan for that, don't worry.
For that? You mean burning it?
No, for my saw.
Oh.
People are worried about, are you just going to leave your saw out there?
Oh, no one's worried about that.
We're going to reuse this bag
There we
over
are.
here.
We're setting up our trash bag. It's not raining too bad in here.
Not terrible.
It's kind of sprinkly. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Dawn had the great idea. Better film that, 'cause I don't always say this.
You never say it. I don't think I've ever heard it.
Dawn had the great idea of bringing this old storage thing that we had at our house.
Yeah, I don't even know where that came from.
I think I had it. I just don't remember why.
I feel like maybe it was something gym related for a while.
Usually. Morning. Look at this. Look at this view that we have. Morning coffee. And I'm able to work. Just tested video conferencing. All's working good. So super stoked to have this as my remote office spot if I needed it. So we're gonna get after work now. Morning. Look at this. Look at this view that we have. Morning coffee. And I'm able to work. Just tested video conferencing. All's working good. So super stoked to have this as my remote office spot if I needed it. So we're gonna get after work now. Well, we're all settled in now after that a little adventure getting here. We were always joking like, well, I wonder when that's going to happen. And basically our first trip out of semi-relaxing, it happened. So I'm glad we had the stuff, glad we got it done.
Yeah, it was fast.
But Dawn noticed, check out here. We got a new log down there.
New tree on the beach.
Yeah. It's going to be
We don't
interesting.
get a lot of trees on this little section of beach.
No, we don't. It's
That
good.
rolled up and that's nice.
It's going to be interesting here, just because we're in so many trees, and we'll have to figure out how camping out on our property in wintertime really works. We might have to be very selective on the days that we come out, but it's beautiful. It's supposed to be a great weekend.
It's
so
not windy really, so that's
no, it's windy up high here. You can see the canopy over here going.
right. But I imagine like really windy is a different story.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's not really windy. Yeah, really windy would be a different story for sure.
Yeah, nothing's really rocking and rolling.
Anyhow, we're gonna have a snack, watch a little Chosen and some YouTube here, and head to bed. And then I got a full work day. Morning. Look at this. Look at this view that we have. Morning coffee. And I'm able to work. Just tested video conferencing. All's working good. So super stoked to have this as my remote office spot if I needed it. So we're gonna get after work now. Well, look at this. Just took a quick break from work. Don's over here getting the Love Shack burned up. It's got 2 barrels going. How goes it, Donnie?
Great. I've decided to burn
You decided to burn.
pile down.
Well, yeah.
One stick at a time.
I figure you're gonna get the Love Shack burned and that. I'd say yeah.
One stick at a time. So I'm just pulling branches out and then lopping them down so they fit in.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Going,
I'm gonna go walk to the road and see what that tree really looked like during the day. I'm taking just a quick break. So.
What tree?
The tree I hacked up last night.
Oh, okay.
So.
Hey, question.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'm gonna say I did a pretty decent job for the conditions last night to get this tree bucked up. So I was like, tried to get as much off the road as I could, but big old tree here, and I think it just blew over. Let me see here. Yeah, I think you can see the root wad back there. Yeah, it looks like it just blew over. Massive tree, and I'm sure we're gonna have to deal with stuff like that often out here. Well, hopefully not often, but occasionally. So just having our saws ready. We did come down this road quite a bit before we bought the property, and this is actually the first dead tree we've had. Well, it's not necessarily dead, but you know what I mean. The first down tree, I guess I should say. It's not a dead tree at all. It was full of life, full of green vegetation. But so close. We're just right there where that little widening spot is, which is probably hard to see, but definitely less than 100 feet from our gate before that tree was down. Just glad we were able to get it resolved. All right, gang, it's 12:30. Decided to take my lunch break right about now. I think right here is gonna make a good spot for an outhouse. So I gotta clear back here to see whether I can make a trail right now. So I'm just gonna cut myself a little keyhole in. We'll see what happens. If not, I have another spot over here I'm looking. So just a little bit of probing, and then tomorrow I'll be working on this quite a bit. So we'll see what we find. Well, break time's over, but I think I made a pretty good dent. I think this is gonna work. So I gotta clear this up. Taking down some fallen dead here. This is all dead. Cut, I gotta clear this up. But this section in here is where I think I'm gonna build the outhouse tomorrow, platform. So I gotta clear this all out, clear out some more of that tree. And then I'm looking to do maybe an 8x4, 8x5 section right here. So I could take this out, but right here. Fun. All right, back to other work. Let me show you two great tools here that my son actually, and Jake, my partner on this property, actually kind of told me about. Rogue Hose, Pulaski, and this is one of their ultimate trail building ones. It's got a rake and a hoe, like an axe on it, and a pounder. But these things, so trail building, wildland firefighting, all that, really good tools out there. But man, you can really do a lot of clearing with them if you know how to use them. Like there's a technique for raking this, cutting the material and then go ahead and re-breaking it. My son was showing me it. I don't have that quite mastered yet, but this Pulaski, wow, I mean, look at that handle. You can generate some force. And it's great for taking out like the pokey remnants that are there, you could just chop them right in half. All right, let me explain what I'm thinking here. I'm trying to work with what I've got. So, obviously this isn't right, level and all that, but laid out like this, spread out wide enough here, about 4 feet wide, which is about right that width. Hole here, so this would be the back of the outhouse. Hole right there underneath. Door, once we eventually put a structure on it. Door here, swinging in, turning, outhouse there. That's what we're thinking. We'll see how it goes. Digging's going to be interesting tomorrow. I'm going to have to clear out a lot. It's going to be a sweaty day tomorrow. But I got a lot done today, especially for really only working like maybe 2 hours total, because I had a full work day at the office. So I came out on my lunch break and came out after work. So we'll see. You announced this yet?
Announce what?
The Love Shack.
Say goodbye, Love Shack.
Love Shack is no more. That was the structure.
Return to its campsite glory.
Yeah.
Very soon.
So we had 2 barrels going. Tomorrow we start with some green stuff, but you know, just chip away at it, and it's beautiful out. Yes, Dawn got more trees uncovered too. In addition, she's been over here.
Oh, that's a lot of work over there.
She loves doing this, so she's been clearing out these trees, the bases, and then taking all the ivy off because we don't want the ivy here. It's not good for the trees. So she's been tinkering on that all day. And as you saw, I was doing the outhouse trail all, well, part of my day. So tomorrow we're gonna shower. We're gonna take a nice warm shower outside the back of our van here. It's awesome. Get all this smoke off. And then we're gonna have some soup for dinner. Just gonna relax and watch the sun go down tonight. It's interesting, this is our first time being out here where the high tide and the low tide are both high tide. So it's like a +3 for a high tide. But so the water's been really high, but just beautiful. Beautiful and frothy. All right, gang, we're gonna get the hot water on so we can get showered here. Wow, guys, check this out. First off, Dawn's in there getting ready to make some soup. We have just showered, been just relaxing here, taking things in. But look at this view. Amazing. I'll show you my little shower setup here. So we just use this platform. Got our thing drying out there, but open up the door, stand on the platform. Easy peasy, especially when you have no neighbors. Really easy. Yep, time to eat. It's going to be a great night. Can't wait for the sunset.
The stilly.
Oh, morning, gang. Just been up for a little bit. It is, I don't know what time it is, 8:40. Getting ready to start the day. Fires went out. They didn't last. Beautiful morning though.
It feels very chilly in the morning when you get going.
A little crisp.
Then you overheat in about 10 minutes.
Yep. So we're gonna go get some fires going, figure out the activity, and hopefully I get that outhouse, or the start of our outhouse, done today. So we're gonna be doing some digging, and hopefully I picked a good spot to get deep. We'll see. We'll see what we get done. Morning, gang.
Good morning.
So Dawn has determined that this is not needed.
Well,
The old Love Shack platform, but
you can double check.
I need extra boards here. So I'm gonna repurpose it. If I can. Did I bring a pry? Yeah, I do have a pry. All right, decided to work a little bit smaller or smarter here. You can't see, but we're gonna use my circular saw, because really I just want to keep this inside and keep these inside treads for trails down closer to the ocean. So all right, so hopefully you can see me, and let's just summarize here. So we're going for about a 4x8 design for an outhouse. To recap, so I'm thinking right now this is only 3 feet. So my first priority is to widen this out more here to get probably about 5 by 10 working area. And then right here is where I plan on digging. And this is where I think the outhouse pit will be. Toilet would be here. We'll have a door eventually on this way. Right now it's just gonna be an open platform. But I was gonna do, you know, some field piers, because to straddle the pit that I eventually dig here, I'm gonna need something to support the boards that run across, because the hole that we have to kind of open up in the decking is only going to be probably, I don't know, I'm guessing 12 by 12, maybe a little bit wider, because we're going to start with our thunder boxes, which just sit right over them, and then we'll build a platform and we'll open the whole thing up. But in the meantime, I got to create something to hold the boarding across that span. So that's why I got those other 2x6 off the old deck down there. And so my thought is I could probably block those and secure those enough to stabilize everything. But we'll see. We're going to get started by moving stuff around here and start getting things opened up a little bit more. It's going to be a sweaty day and there's no way around it. So let's get after it. So one of the things that Dawn and I are trying to do out here on this property is, you've heard us talk about how this property is a gift from God, and we want to bless others around us with what He's blessed us with. And so we don't want to get always in the mindset of work without just giving Him the glory of all of this. So we've tried to find ways of just kind of slowing down, taking our time a little bit more. We're at a stage now to where we can just kind of tinker. We have a couple spots here, and the season's almost over for any kind of development. So we're just trying to slow down. So my goal today is try to stay just underneath that sweat stage. So just kind of keep moving. And it's humid out here, and so it's harder than you think to not sweat, just because it's so moist. We're in the rainforest and we are right next to the ocean, so obviously that's harder. On the plus side, well, that's not a negative side. On another side though, I think the hole I have here, I think it'll work. So I'm going to widen it, try to get really deep, and then we'll straddle this hole here across those beams, level everything out, start adding decking on, rebrace the middle, or we'll have to cut out for the thunder box. We'll have a temporary solution until we build a more permanent solution here, which would be just something that covers you, because it kind of sucks kind of doing your business in the rain, but hey, it is what it is. And then eventually we'll have a couple more of these around the property. Additionally, I found out that my partner Jake and I on this, we just got a sweet little mini Chinese excavator, which we've been kind of on the eye out for. Really great price. I can't even tell you the price, but the plan there is to use this out here. And Jake has some property he's developing, his personal stuff, to just kind of do some trail building, things like this, like that. They can get down here and dig this hole, like no big deal. And it can, a little bit of work, it could make it down this trail, but it can clear all this out. So that's the goal of that device, and start cleaning stuff up. Anyways, more to come, gang. Well, I think that might do it. So they say an occasional use outhouse, 3 feet. That handle is slightly over 3 feet. A lot of water pooling up here. But the other thing that I'm trying to think about here is eventually we're going to probably have 3 or 4 of these around the property. So this is our first, and which means we'll get more in frequent use as we go there. So I think I'm gonna call that the hole, and I'm gonna start working on the rest of it now. All right, I actually think I'm done. Let me explain my logic here. So I've boxed in the Thunder box because this is just temporarily. Jake, my other partner on this property, also has a Thunder box, so we know this fits well. We have a toilet in our van and stuff, so it's not as big a deal for us, but definitely for Jake and them when they come, or if we have guests. So I boxed this in so that the Thunder box stays secure. But you can see you got, that's over 3 feet deep. I know it's hard to tell, but eventually we're going to build a door that opens here. Let me come out this way. So eventually we're going to have a door that kind of swings in, and then you step in, and there's your toilet sitting there. So there'll be a big shelf back here where you could have like your lye and stuff. So, but I wanted to block what we see here. So this would be a bench shelf, like a bench going all the way back with your toilet. But you know, so that'll be blocking everything that you see here normally, but so we're not seeing all the stuff. I took some of the old decking we had and just repurposed that to help block this in. Anyways, I think it's good enough for who it's for, and that's for us and guests. So guess I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, I'll be sad. That'll do for now. I'll have to work on a structure, like I said in the other one, permanent box thing. I'll probably take out one of those boards once I actually build that box, but it's working out well. Next step, permanent structure. I still got to figure out how I want to do that. I mean, I know what I want to do. It's like, do we use cedar siding from here? Those type of things, you know. Framing it in's not that terribly hard. Slant roof off to the back somewhere. Actually, I don't know, everything's going to collect water. I don't know how to figure out the roof design too. Maybe I'll have it come this way. But it's going to do for now, and it works just fine, as you can see. Oh, kind of interesting trying to figure out our power management. So I'm kind of told myself I'm done for today. I got my one project done, and one of the things I'm trying to do out here at this property is, now that we got our first view spot, is really take our time to enjoy it. You know, we have plenty of other times to open up view spots for everyone to enjoy, but right now we have one, and so I try to give myself a task to do out here, and then try to relax and enjoy. So with that, we're trying to figure out generator stuff and our power consumption for just sitting here. So I got the generator going, doing a little YouTube with a beautiful view. Could be way worse. So this all washed up, big old tree here. Guess what, guys? It's Sunday, and that means it's time to head home.
Go home.
Start it all over again. So we got some beach cleaning done, which was nice. That was our first time we were able to really get down there and just be.
Yeah, we got like probably a third of a black trash bag.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. We
And
have
it's
a
a really clean beach, but yeah, we find little microplastics and stuff.
lots of stuff to pick up, and then got all our stuff stowed. Next up for us next week is that we're on a van meetup. That door's open, babe.
Oh, it sure is.
We are on a van meetup
In Astoria.
And we may come here and stay Thursday night and then just shorten our drive a little bit the next day. Not quite sure yet. We're going to see how that is. If our other partner on the property is coming out, then we probably won't do that, just so we can give him some privacy. I don't know if he is or not. But until next time, guys, I hope we see you on the trails.